All right, we're here. Hello, everybody. Hello. Let me just, yeah, whatever. This is fine. This is fine for now. I'm gonna take off Sonder because Sonder is missing at the moment. He will be joining us at some point. Never. Kindred stays there.
You guys, I have a funny story.
Uh-oh. Is it shareable story?
Yeah, of course.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I
like
was...
admissible in court kind of shareable, or?
Oh, it's great. You guys would love it. So I was getting groceries for the week, and I was at H-E-B. And I'm checking out, and the people bagging my groceries and checking out is like, suddenly goats, what's that? So I'm wearing this shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to,
That's nice.
I had to vaguely explain to people who probably have no idea what I'd be talking about anyway. So I just said, oh, it's like a game. You know.
It's like a game.
It's a game. Me and friends meet up.
How do you play?
And then they kept asking more questions. Yeah, and I was like, so we like Dungeons and Dragons, we play on Twitch, we play every week, and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, cool. Is that difficult? And I was like, it can be. I was like, I have to go.
My ice cream is melting.
I didn't tell them, like, can we hurry up? But I was like, yeah, it's like starting right now.
So you
So
can start walking around with cards that you can just hand out to people now.
So should we consider this your first encounter as a celebrity? Like
maybe for the sake that they don't even know
What it is.
Would this be
Yeah.
a suddenly gloats?
Suddenly gloats. Hey.
I'll see myself
Granny
out.
Katsky, hello. Sam, good to see you. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. We hope that we provide you the entertaining experience that you deserve on this Tuesday evening. I don't know what you deserve, but I hope you deserve something. I'm sure you do. You deserve all the things. A boot to the face. No, nobody deserves a boot to the face.
I was like, that escalated.
that escalated quickly. Announcement wise, stay tuned after tonight's episode as we do have a special little teaser video coming up for the up and coming new miniseries to be TBT to be titled
with the TVA.
TV. I have already been thoroughly entertained. Have you?
It's already announced.
I mean, yeah, that's right. Because you don't even know what yeah, don't worry about settling goats. I'll explain it to you when you're older. But right now,
I'll tell you when you're older.
I'll tell you
I'll
when
just do
you're
it
older.
sometime in this game session. And then you'll understand once I do it.
Elvie
I'm sorry?
in the chat.
Elvie.
I'm sorry, Elvie. Hello,
what?
welcome.
What? I'm not...
Elvie, what up, you sexy bitches? That's not how Elvie talks, but that's just how I interpreted that particular line. Yes, so we are down to one Sonder. He will be here as soon as he can. Apparently,
He evaporated.
apparently he had some car problems, and
Condensation.
that's life. I'm working early all week. Oh, so you'll be here in the evenings now for us for a little bit. That's exciting. Other than that, I don't have any more announcements at the
I
moment.
do.
Oh, okay.
So, I was telling Aaron in the group, I came across 3 Game of Santos episodes pre-stream.
I didn't realize it was that many.
Mm-hmm.
Never before seen from
Never
the
before-
archives.
Right?
So
For
is this
limited
sort of
time.
like, it's Knights of, oh my god, I can't think. Knights of Silver Moon 0. It's like the prequel.
0.
episodes.
No, we had been going, but it's pre-stream, so we're like still a hot mess. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
we
nothing
didn't
has
about.
changed.
It's
Yeah,
even
not
more
much
hot
has
mess
changed.
because this one is Boracore and not just me.
Yeah,
But
We were
I
about
have-
2 years in before we started streaming.
yeah. Yeah, I think something like that. Or a year and a. Yeah, we're about 2 years.
But I have the episode of us putting Atet as the mythal. The second episode is me raising the city of Atet, and then the third one I haven't watched yet, so it could be anything.
Was Pigug still there, or had he left?
No,
already?
he had just left
He had
because we had
just
talked
left.
about him like
Aw.
being in the castle with the pirates.
Okay. Howdy, Ass Man Sam. Oh yeah, that's right, Ass Man Sam. I was like, I knew that I was just calling you Sam, but then I was like, there was another or something that I remember hearing. Anyway, we're just enthusiastic. 3 Red Bulls today. Excuse my mess. Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh, damn. Check your pulse.
Are you breathing? Are you okay? You look like... No, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, we are going to get started tonight and start with our lovely intro, followed by the recap by our very special crew that we have. Well, Sonder, well, yeah, we'll see. We have backups, so here we go.
Contingencies.
We have backup
And
contingencies. And away we go.
Gotta go outside and get that free range internet.
Organic.
That
Always go with
Well,
grass-fed
California way.
organic internet. Definitely.
Non-GMO Wi-Fi. Wait, what?
Yeah. All right. To get started on tonight's lovely last time we had a news. Was that last week? Was that just last week? We did the news?
No, that was me
2 weeks ago?
winging it.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, I have no concept of time. It's fine. All right. So tonight's TV channel, we turn to a very special episode of
Mysteries of Faerun. The camera pans across a dusty neighborhood, Amrutlar's fortress in the background. It settles on a host in a brown suit, and they begin walking through the neighborhood. The camera follows as they speak. Amrutlar, a city in the sand, gateway to the heart of Thay. Perhaps most renowned for its central spire and annual Sailfang races and festival. But while the fortress that scrapes the heavens turns most eyes skyward, and most others are distracted by merrymaking, a few share legends of a secret underground world of thieves and passages, and catacombs beneath the city. The host stops near a fountain. Tonight, on Mysteries of Faerun, we dive headfirst into this rumored world. The host presses on the navel of a statue, and the stones grind open, revealing a dark hole. The camera zooms in on the void.
All right, next scene. Go.
Haven't introduced it.
Yeah.
Yes. There's commercials, sorry.
Okay. John,
We spoke with expert geologist, Dr. Dune Vicus, director of the Ruvian Institute of Subterranean Studies, to understand the truth of such a place.
The underground passages you see here are a remarkable feat of nature. They come from a time before the red sands spread across this region, which you can note because of the lower layers of sandstone still holding a tan color, opposed to the few layers of red near the top. You can also see some amazing structures in these tunnels, much like on any other world with a desert region. Stalagmites and stalactites make towering columns of limestone between the sandstone walls. And given the rocky environment, some would think that this place would be devoid of life. But signs of life and death are all around us. You see, some structures appear to have been cut out by unnatural means. Ooh, I lost my place. Remember though, beautiful as this place might seem, these underground passages.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm Aaron!
Confirmed. Oh my god, hold
Level
on.
us up while you can.
Alright, so we're gonna go up to level 15 at all.
You get a
Oh.
legendary
And
weapon.
it's
You get a
gone.
legendary weapon.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
They got
Hey,
so
Vix, I think it worked. I took the internet out, blew on it, and then put it
Have any
back.
sound yet?
Oh yeah, no, we should.
Yeah,
Oh, do
plus
you
one
not hear me?
And here we go.
You got that warlock thing that boosts your
We don't
spells.
hear you, Aaron.
That's weird.
Yeah, he needs
Oh.
to start sharing sound again. That's the problem.
Never mind, they work.
That was it. All right, so
Hey,
for
there
the
we go.
most part, I did what Vic said. Are my ears broken? Yeah, your ears are broken. I did what Vic said. I took the internet out of the cartridge, blew on it, and then put it back, and then it seemed to
Exactly.
fix. Yeah, I saw that on my phone. I was like, what? What? Blow it out. Take it out. Blow it. Got it. It works.
All right.
Okay.
So
So
for those of you who have the stream full time, where did it cut out?
it's fine.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Tune in
About
next
it.
week.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like
Start with your next section, I guess.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you.
So late breaking news.
We interrupt this interruption to bring you this interruption.
Oh my god. Well, you know what? It wouldn't be an episode of Knights of Silver Moon without a catastrophic meltdown of some sort where something exploded, someone was muted. Oh, which everybody
Does
I
car
thought,
run on your internet?
I have no idea. I will say thank you, Dreamy, for this lovely gift. Wait, hold on. I think it's too bright.
You online at all? Refresh.
Ooh. All right. Okay.
Fresh.
Okay. I think it's back. Ah.
well.
Oh, yeah?
hang on.
Try it one more
Let me
time. Just refresh it one more time. Because now it's
Well,
working
now
on
there's
my
an
end.
ad on mine, so I'm assuming it's working.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Roger, we're here. I don't know who Roger is, but Roger, we're here. Yeah, the bit rate is showing like it's all bananas, but you know, we're here. Thank you
There it
for tuning in. I love that. Okay, so the episode title tonight had been "The End in Sight." I didn't mean it like this. I didn't mean it like this.
Not like this.
Not like
yet.
this. Not
Universe,
like
this
this.
is not what we had in mind.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
We're up to 11 though.
Yeah. We're alive. But you did. But you did. We're here now, I think. Yeah, so the recap was great for those of you who saw it. It was amazing. There was lots
We
of
don't talk
applause.
about recap.
Oh no,
Just
no.
no.
Oh, it's okay. We're smooth. We got it. We're back.
Aw, I'm sad.
We can do. We'll try it again next time. Unless you want to try.
a little
Unless
section.
I mean, unless you want to try again, but we're already getting close to 8 o'clock. So
yeah,
you know.
no, I'd rather just play at this point.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
He's like, okay, now roll for initiative.
Right. Oh. I don't
We
know.
were about to
I
be
thought
actually.
it was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh no.
I'm sending a message to Sonder just to make sure he's alive. Because then I was like, oh no.
He got taken by the
Just
ancient
play.
aliens.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So in that case, to get us
But
started,
the recap is fun.
No, I agree.
Backpack.
All right. So where are we? Here. Currently, the party finds themselves underground, deep under Amrutlar itself, having been requested by the local thieves guild, the body of Isodoros, to locate some of their missing members. The party has already survived encounters with shadowy, ghastly-like figures that had tried to eat them before they were blinded and summarily ripped to pieces by tendrils of vines and all sorts of other things.
Goodness.
Yeah. You guys had continued northward through the passageways, rested for a while behind a rock wall that Kindred had raised to keep the creatures at bay, and then finally had reached sections of the cave that had opened up into the plateaus beyond Amrutlar, it seems. Large sandstony caves that had various pitfalls, deep pits, and other strange creatures that you guys had fought. Sand-like jackals that had risen from piles of long-forgotten dunes. You had defeated
Which, if
them.
you'd watched Faerun's Mysteries, you would know
From-
about.
From
Exactly.
magical sandy debris.
Like sands through the hourglass.
As you had finished defeating them and the creatures that had followed the sounds of your combat, you had run across several eyeless creatures, things that had brought themselves into the cave via swinging along the stalactite ceiling using the tendrils that they had that were coming off their back. After defeating them...
I'm so proud of you. You're using your vocabulary.
All right, well, I know which one's dying first. After which you guys had stopped for a moment to kind of see what might be going on. And I believe that is kind of where we had left off. So, as the party had finished combat, Kindred had leaned over and had been observing one of the taller, lankier creatures. A parent had been elf of some sort. He had gotten a tug, if you will, a pull towards this body. Something about its skin, something about the oozing black ichor that was seeping out of the wounds it had sustained intrigued him and had caused him to reach back and make sure that his prized mushroom was still within his reach. So, as battle has ended and you guys find yourselves here in the depths of Amrutlar, what are you guys doing?
Start inspecting any of the remaining bodies for anything discernible.
I was heading towards the body that Kindred was with.
Okay.
And
Just looking at
Soul
this
was wondering if it's too late to go back.
Alrighty.
Definitely too late.
I'm
I
going
would agree
to
with that.
say to the party, do any of these look to you like they could have been Nuzuk, Brayley, Visaya, Jewel, any of the people that we were looking for?
You have an elven woman
Yeah,
left of them.
she's leaking some weird sludge from her neck. It's hurry up over here. Get over here, Renan. Hurry.
Look down at you from your side.
What do you think that is?
Not entirely certain. Can I
Wait,
make
does
an
he see it?
Arcana or investigation check?
Yeah.
Do I see it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so this sludge is legit?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I thought I was hallucinating.
Can I do an investigation or Arcana or something?
Sure.
Up to that. Trying to get back to my ability score. Which one would you rather I do?
Which one would you like?
Investigate.
Yes, sir. Arcana. I get a +7 to Arcana. And that's a 23.
23. While these particular creatures are unfamiliar to you, this form of undeath has been seen across the many planes that you have visited throughout your years of life. So it is not hard to imagine that this is some sort of reaction to having this sort of necromantic magic imbued with it, but it's got a little bit of its own. It's got a how do I describe? It is a strange mixture of necromantic arcane magic, but then with a little bit of something else. And you've seen some stuff like this
know what they're
before,
called? Or what they have been called in other worlds?
but some places call them Dolgons, but a lot of times they just have different names depending on where they are. But it is a type of undead creature.
Well, for one, these certainly appear to be Dolgans, but I've never seen one that wasn't just a hobgoblin before. Using this kind of magic on an elf is not something I'm familiar with.
Do you wonder maybe if, in their attempts to make people over, some of the ones that don't quite pass muster end up down here? Or do you think that's unrelated?
I think that'd be a good assumption.
A reasonable possibility, I would certainly say. Kindra, do you believe that using Speak with Dead would be able to get anything from the elf rather than the creature it became?
Look at it. I don't know. But the one by Iskra was like the biggest of them all, like if
A
like the
Goliath
leader,
of
so to
sort.
say.
It's just a different body type.
Okay, never mind then. Because there's human, Goliath, elf, and what?
There was one that looked a little bit half-orky near Sonder.
I think that's where
A
I'm
Yorkie?
standing, so I can look at that.
Half Yorkie?
And
Yes.
when Soul heard mention of Speak with Dead, his ears kind of perked, and he's like,
But we're also
Go
on the
somewhere
other
else.
side of the sand dune from you.
okay, so I don't hear it.
I don't know if you don't hear it, but you certainly don't see where we are.
That's good.
Well,
'Cause that was one of the last things I checked before we ended last
I mean,
time.
were you gonna do it right now?
If I do, I'm going to need to take a rest before we continue. I'm
Well,
starting to run out of mercy.
It is night, late. What time would it be? If we could, since we peeked out and we saw like the edge of the canyons or plateaus.
No, this was just like, it's not so much that you peeked out, you just recognize the kind of rocks that this seems to like be closer to. It's not so much underground. I mean, it's still underground, but it still reminds you more of like the rocky faces of the plateau that surround the city itself, more so than like just a cave. But make a survival check for me.
That's 3.
That was spooky.
I got a 6.
Just some bats. Just some bats. 6. It's not probably past midnight yet. The sun had just started to go down whenever you guys got down here. You waited for about an hour-ish before you guys left. Maybe
So
more
maybe
like
off a
45 minutes.
bit, but I do know that we're gonna have to pay attention because if you're under dark and you don't see the light and the day inner cycles of the sun, it'll throw you off, and we can get like way off of our sleep cycles, and it'll fuck y'all up. Something to bear in mind.
Talking to you guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Graham, you had been over by Sonder,
Yeah.
and seen the half-orc Dolgaunt creature.
Mhm.
Oh no. Not more dogs.
This is honey.
Yeah. I see that. Very sweet, honey. All right.
Ursanos
Ew,
has
puppy
sent
breath.
a gift.
Get it away from me. Okay.
Nice.
Yay.
Alrighty. So, what are you doing, Ardrin?
I was checking over the body for signs that this could be who we were looking for. Does any of it match the descriptions of what we got of, was it Merwin?
Merwin, no.
No.
Well,
Merwin
Nuzuk
was
is
the
the
skull.
half-orc male that you were looking for. Merwin was the skull of a person that you had
That I had
found.
found.
Oh, I
He
see.
fell down the well.
And sorry, what was the name of this half-orc? Or
Well, the one
that we're
that you're supposed to find is Nuzuk, Nuzuk.
And yeah, so he's just trying to find signs through the mess, gore, and transformation that may have looked like this person
Now,
from what was
did
described.
you already make an investigation check or no?
No, I did not.
Go for it.
Not terrible, not great. 14.
Okay. Looking around at this body, there aren't any signs that would seem to indicate who he is. There are some like scraggy tunic, like loose pants that have been torn and ripped in various places to barely have any sort of covering on them. And you see the same for some of the other bodies as well. They don't really have clothing that they're wearing. It looks like they have remnants of clothing. They all seem to be of similar styles and colorations, almost like they had perhaps been a prison uniform or very simple clothing, but the styles and clothing, a coloring of it seem to indicate that it's all the same kind of clothing.
Taking this idea, the other two bodies, aside from the large one, are they female or does the features get lost?
The elven one seems to be female.
Okay. And is the other one kind of vaguely human?
I believe so. I'm trying to remember now.
Did they have any wisps of hair still attached, or is it all gone?
There are some wisps, but most of it has fallen out.
Yeah.
It almost has a mange-like. It's just scalp and
It looks rather gaunt, one might say.
Well, the reason why I ask is that you described one as a brunette and one as a redhead, so I'm looking to see maybe one has red hair.
I see.
And they're human, to try and help identify a corpse.
Little did we realize Ardrin actually has a degree in
Paying attention.
I was going to say a degree in
Flamenco dancing.
Buffering. Being a coroner is what it was. The word just flew away.
It's okay. Don't hurt yourself. We'll figure.
I
know what you're saying, basically.
Do. The Windows sound.
Everyone's having problems today. It's fine. I know what it is you're talking about, though. But yeah, it's kind of like a coroner, kind of like NCIS. I don't remember. Forensics. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Forensics.
Yep. He is a forensic specialist.
That you be the one.
All right. As much as you can tell from this other figure, and going over and looking over, there's not the hair that is left is white, or whitish or gray in nature, and you can see that extends to all the hair that you see on all four of the bodies.
I see.
But
I would like to roll a history check to see if I've ever cast Speak with Dead on an undead before, and whether it let me speak to the person or if it was just the undead.
as far as I know, it was always the person, because it's before they become undead. That's just, they don't really have like a memory sort of thing. It's just whatever they were before their undeath.
Okay, cool. Which I had gotten an 18 roll, and it would have been a +7. So that information is very useful. Thank you very much. Okay.
You're welcome.
Do they have anything of value on their bodies?
Mm-mm.
They're picked clean already.
They don't really have any sort of pockets or ways of keeping stuff. If you want to try and find anything they may still have.
No, just like, I'm not going to touch them. Just quick glance at them like, oh.
Yeah.
And then
perhaps wherever they came from might have more.
Mm-hmm. And then looking at the room, all the dog things are dead, and we don't see like no more whiffs or like at the edges hearing stirs of things of such things.
Make a perception check as you're looking
Okay.
about.
Meanwhile,
Perception.
I will cast Speak with Dead on the...
You're gonna do it right here in the open? Well, there's a wisp. 14.
You guys can deal with it while I'm asking questions.
Okay, listen,
have
we
10
did this
minutes.
one time when I was reading a book.
Oh no. Okay. So, you are going to cast Speak with Dead. Yes? Kindred, as you are looking around, you don't see any more of the sand wisps or movement of any kind, except for the occasional falling of sand from above. But that's been kind of normal so far lately.
Okay.
And could be bats.
Also, which have been
even though they
stirring
all
about.
ran away.
They seem to
And
be
my
returning
cloud
to
is
their
actually
roosts.
still up there.
Oh, really?
I mean, it lasts for like 10 minutes, I think.
Okay,
Yeah, it lasts for 10 minutes. I'll keep it there while I can.
for sure. All right, so let's see here. As you cast this spell,
Lightning jumps from my fingers and starts to course up the body of the Dolgon.
Hey, Frankenstein.
which one is it? Which one?
The elven.
Yeah, it's alive. The elven one. Okay.
I'm gonna go walk over to Soul. I'm like, he's got this. I'm gonna go, Soul, I'm coming. Don't go too far in the dark.
Well, it's like silence. You hear nothing. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Soul?
He's gone.
I'm,
Played a
all you
sneaky on
see
you.
is a bloody candlestick, and now it's a game of Clue.
All right. So, as you cast this spell, the lightning arcs from your fingers across the body of this once had been elven woman. You can see it kind of twitch and shake as its head kind of moves about in strange ways. And for a moment, it rises from where it's at.
In all of my questions, I'll be asking English. Do you remember your name?
My name was Majul.
How did you die?
I came searching for friends. Captured and cast upon.
Were they of faith?
Yes.
Do you recall what happened to your friends?
I came searching for one. Never found.
And that's my last question.
The body falls back, still and unmoving.
Did you not answer my question? I said who?
Oh, I didn't hear you say who.
That was the last question. Yeah, who? And then that was my last question.
Oh, I thought you said if they were found.
No, who was it? And that was the last question I had.
Well, the last question.
She didn't hear it either, and she choked, tongue tied. No.
The last question then would have been Nuzak.
And she said her name, yeah?
Yeah.
Mass Jewel.
I stand up
Okay.
and look out at the rest of the party.
Well, it looks like we found one of them, unfortunately. Jewel
look
is
at Renan.
definitely dead.
Are you gonna save her soul?
Her soul is no longer here.
You send it away?
Yes, that is one of the things I plan to do while resting.
Okay. Speaking of resting, can we not be on the open where we just fought and loud noises? Because who the fuck knows what else is going to be coming this way?
We're going to need some kind of proof that we found her.
I messaged Renan. You were going to take the head, right?
In order to consecrate it, I would have to, yes.
Right. Yes. At least show the body, its proof, and then set it free. I have Soul. He's not looking. Just be quick about it. Soul, look at that.
Even if I have to make a dex check, as Soul looks away, I will take out my sword to cut off the head in one swift motion, so that I can hide the head from Soul.
That sounds so fucked up.
Hearing that noise, I will say that's not exactly what I had in mind.
I cannot do much in the way of consecration down here. You deserve better than that.
And I will use... I think it's thaumaturgy, right? That I can clean the head.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Okay. Prestidigitation. So yeah, I'll use prestidigitation to clean the head, and then I'll pick up the clean skull.
All right.
So now that we don't have to worry about the whirling jackal dust devils, looking at the layout of this room and matching it up with like the part of the rubbing that I did, is there like another tunnel or?
There was 5 other corridors from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in the spot that you're at. There are indeed. So, if you recall earlier when you had been in this room, hold on.
Soul, are your Grumpet Muppet things still here?
No, they're gone.
The heads.
The boggles.
I was like, what? Yeah, no, they're gone.
Oh, dang. I was going to say, have them each go down a tunnel.
There you go.
They're gonna leave oil everywhere on the ground.
Yeah.
Hey, we can follow it.
Hey, we have a Sonder.
Yay!
Elvie. Don't worry. Don't worry. So help me. And so help me. And cut. Okay. I need to move.
You put that
in here.
script back where you found her, or so help me.
Yep. Yay, Sonder.
Hey.
You live.
Hey, Sonder.
It's good to see you. Boy, you know, it's all right. Don't worry about feeling like you missed stuff, because boy, did you not miss anything.
Yeah, we pretty much just started.
Yeah, we found out that one of the crap, Dolgants
Dugong.
was the one of the 3 or 4. Damn, I can't count. One of the 4 people that we were coming down here to look for.
You would have heard Renan cast Speak with Dead on one of the creatures, which then related that its name was Jewel.
Oh,
And
so we found Jewel and Nuzuk?
No,
No,
just
she went
Jill.
looking
Just Jewel.
For sure.
for her friends.
Yeah. That she
Well,
came
for
down.
one friend and never found him, and she blames Faye for her own demise.
Damn.
Just like
She was the last one to come down, and she became one of those things. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She was one of the
Okay.
first ones, I thought. It doesn't matter.
Last person.
What's up, Soul?
Yeah.
Are you guys done with the really gross, unnatural abomination spell things?
I look back at Renan like, are you? Like, did you hide it?
I just like look up over the dune real quick and like hold up a clean skull.
Soul's looking the other way. He's not. He's.
Well, you
like-
wouldn't be able to see me anyway.
The dunes aren't that high.
Yeah.
But yes.
So, okay. Well, does anyone need any healings? You take a lot of damage from our last fight.
I think we might actually try to bed down for the night here soon, Soul.
Are you sure that's wise? I'd rather just keep going. I
Mm,
look down at
Are
the
you-
scratches on my torso from the creature. Like,
Kindred, are you capable of casting the hut again?
I don't know. It takes a lot out of me. But I could.
Is everybody really banged up right now, or running
I
out
haven't-
of?
Taking any damage, though.
just a few scratches here.
Same with me, just a few, but I could heal the scratches if need be.
Is everybody capable of still doing more?
Absolutely.
I've used about half of my magic.
I have like 3 spell slots left. Just kidding.
I have about 10.
I have more than him? What?
No, I'm
Now,
kidding.
are
I
we
got
able
them.
to interrogate more of these bodies?
I can on dawn hits.
Oh, once dawn hits.
Mm-hmm.
Well, question is, if we just found most of them right here, that might have solved our problem.
Well, we definitely didn't find them all. At best, we've got one more. Brayley and Visaya, though.
Well, then we never found Nuzuk, and apparently neither did you.
There is this skull that I looked at that has tusks. So perhaps this is Nusuk?
No, that was Morrowind.
No,
No,
aside.
that was the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another
And
one?
we got two. We
Yes.
had gotten 2 skulls in the other room,
Oh, where the...
and I only spoke with one of them.
Gotcha.
If we are going to bed down, I can cast one more Speak with Dead, but that is all I've got of that.
Well, maybe we can have a bit of a compromise. Do we want to check out a couple of these corridors just a little bit, just to know what we're running into? What if we're going to bed down here? We should know what's on
I
down
agree.
those hallways.
I concur.
Agreed.
We'll find more of what we're looking for, anyways, in the process.
Mhm.
Maybe evidence of the others or these two's belongings.
So, taking out your compass, north is the direction that you felt the air currents from before. That's where it seems to be coming from, that direction. If that is north, with the image that, let me double check in our Discord. If in Game of
So
Santos,
to which direction
Ga-
of the map?
in Game of Santos art, if you are looking where that little map piece is, right, that has the X,
Mm-hmm.
north, that would be west, basically. North would be the passage upwards. East would be that little, like, nubby section that looks like it has a continuation of the tunnel. South would be more, well, I guess technically be
Back where we
southwest.
came.
Southwest would be that tunnel that you guys came from. And then southeast is a separate tunnel.
Okay.
Well, we might as well check out the nubbin first.
Let's nub it.
Already ahead of you. I'm gonna start heading that direction.
To the eastern one,
The nubbin.
The nubbin.
the nubbin, heading towards the nubbin. I love that that's what you're calling it.
Going to the Chandler.
Yeah. As you're heading in that direction, you find that this section of the cave seems to house a lot of bat guano, as there seems to be a larger colony of bats that are centered in this section. You can see that it kind of tunnels upwards. It seems almost like a like a tunnel upwards. I don't know how else to describe it aside from that, but basically it looks like it goes up along a lot further, and there seems to be a higher concentration of bats here. The tunnel continues on but becomes more narrow and doesn't
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no.
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 It's all right. It's all right.
Ooh.
Oh, thank God.
What? Yeah, I saw that it turned red. And I was like, oh no, not again. It's yellow. Now we're back to green. Okay, we're good for now. For now. Yeah, Sandra earlier. Bad juju with internet. Bad
Can
juju.
Talk to animals.
Are you running this on Mars Australian internet?
Yeah, I'm streaming it through Australia back to here. All right.
Now with NordVPN.
Oh, I thought you were gonna start some Daft Punk.
Oh, that too.
Oh no, that was Regina Spektor.
Oh, I'm waiting for the.
Oh, okay. I think.
We were
Therefore,
going to
we are not.
Nubby. Talking, gonna try to talk to the bat.
Hang in there. It was
Hey, there we
reloading.
go. Okay.
Yay!
Yay! Third time's the charm.
We'll see.
Maybe. Let's go fast.
Yeah.
All right, gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Speed round.
Speed round. What were we doing? Oh yes, going towards the Nubby. Nubby is. Oh wait, I need to move Soul. Soul and Argent. Switch places. There you go. I love that we are getting this look at Saunders' like chair and a safe of some sort. I don't even know where he is in the universe at the moment.
His real profession has been revealed. He's
Yeah.
a bank robber.
And crack.
What did he say where he was going? Or he was just like, be
No.
right back. Oh,
To launder some
He's-
of his ill-gotten gains.
He's actually
Yes.
stuck in the safe right now, trying to pull a Houdini.
Well, and he does
He's actually-
furniture restoration.
oh, or that.
He's
That's
actually
true.
the head of the Thieves Guild in Amrutlar.
Oh,
Didn't
that
you know that?
And also a master upholsterer.
checks out. Okay, so
On artistry and upholstery. Is this his business card?
alrighty. You guys headed towards that section.
Nubby.
You saw the bat tunnel upwards, and then a smaller, narrower tunnel that continues further back, but doesn't look traveled. It has a bunch of stalagmites that kind of like it almost make it look like rows of teeth. They kind of continue on backwards. It's not really doesn't. You could probably like make your way through it, but it doesn't look well traveled. It's doing the red. I see it doing the
you wanna
red.
Try it.
Yeah, I could try.
Okay.
Oh, speaking with the animals.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Hello, bats.
Hello,
Are you-
bees.
Are you casting speak with animals, or you're just doing the like general consensus
It's the
ability?
speech of the woods.
Yeah, the general consensus.
Because
I
it
hope-
says that he can understand and decipher their motions and noises. So
Yeah. Not so, yeah, you get like
And
I said, you
suddenly
get general
bats.
consensus, not so much like direct speaking back and forth. You just get like the gist of things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So, what are you saying to the bats?
what am I saying to the bats? Kindred?
Ask them if they've seen a person that looks like Nuzuk. Because that's who. No, who are we looking for?
Half
Oh my
orc
God.
men or two
Man, bear,
human
pig.
women.
Okay.
Oh,
Man, they're
red-haired
big.
woman and a brown-haired woman.
Ask them if they've seen people come through here recently, not the ones that we just killed.
Can bats see in color?
They have echolocation.
Again,
Yes, but
does that mean that they can see color? But yes.
Blue flower, red
So-
thorns.
blue flower, red.
Go ahead, Sol.
So, bats, have you seen any living people come by recently? Maybe a large half orc, and who is a man, and two women come by around here?
You wait.
Wait, Kindred, do your bat noises.
They do the.
I will use. Oh wait, no, it's an illusion. Doesn't do actual.
We're about to
Never
get-
mind.
Are we about to meet Hoodbat?
No.
By the way, Many species of bats can see color, but not all of them.
Good to know.
The general consensus is there has been creatures that have moved through here. But whether what they are necessarily doesn't mean anything to them. They have seen two legs.
Ask him which way the talking llama went.
So they couldn't tell if they were alive or dead?
They just know that creatures have come through here. I mean, this is bat
Yeah, they have
perception.
a -4 to their intelligence.
They don't. I was gonna say they don't necessarily like have concepts like we
Understand the
do.
concept
Yeah,
of live.
but they have seen creatures that move through here.
Ooh, or just ask him which way see if they know where the other tunnels lead. I mean, maybe they have an idea.
Just around the riverbed.
What these other tunnels, we came from this way. What else is there if we go these other directions?
Squickety squeak, squeaketh. Yeah. They know what they're doing.
Basically saying something to the effect of a larger tunnel and the way out is to the north. The way not to go, danger, to the west.
Okay, so these bats say to the west we should not go, there is danger there. And if we go north, that is how we get out.
Like back to
Or
the top.
at least the bats do.
To a
The
bat's
unfortunate
perspective.
fact there is, I suppose,
You know that to the
Yes.
west was the direction that the Dolgons came from.
Well, if we're gonna rest, let's not go west just yet. Let's go north, recoup, get our strength, then we go west.
we could stay here. It is a little nook.
Around all this, though,
Yeah,
I've
the-
put
the
my
one shit on.
I
the
kind of
bottom
look
of my
at
head
that
wrap back
suggestion.
over my mouth again.
Look, I know you're new to cave diving, but sleeping where the bat shit, not great.
Mm-mm.
I wave my fingers towards the floor and clear a small section of it with prestidigitation.
You gonna do that constantly throughout the entire night, over and over and over?
need
There's a
to
lot
do
of bats, a lot of shit.
Well, if you put up
More
the
than
dome,
Sonder.
Galil,
guess we're going north then.
every time they make the suggestion of going north, calm down.
Fireball
you
appears
phrase
in my
that.
memory.
You phase
Yeah,
out.
no.
I mean-
Jesus.
Every time they say anything about going north, your stomach lurches. It pulls you in that direction. Something. Sonder.
Our verbal friend from a while ago did recommend that we stay on the left path. Keep all that is left.
Which would be to the west, which would mean our answers are probably there. But can I see that rubbing one more time?
I mean, since you asked so nicely. Fold it out.
Oreo and I
Orientate it.
would just be at the end of the tunnel. Well, a little bit farther away, just looking towards the pathway going towards north.
If we were to go to the southeast, it would appear that there is another section of cave, one that is potentially blocked off to the exits, and therefore would probably not have any
bat feces. It could be a good place to rest for a time.
I still don't want to rest. We didn't find Brayley or Visaya. They could be alive down here.
Yes, but we may not be if not all of us are able to use all of our abilities.
Isn't there a giant strawberry monster here too?
That is the rumor. But yes, we want to gain favor with the Thieves Guild, but we can't forsake our own health and safety and our wits. We want to do this smartly. I feel like they would respect that more than us just going in swinging. Anyway.
I just think we can take it.
I agree.
Well, I mean, you probably could. You're like One Punch Man over there. I mean, I could barely throw that bottle of oil.
Again, how about the compromise of we check a tunnel, we start eliminating a few, and then we see how we feel after each one.
I mean, I'm down with that. I didn't want to go west where it's danger and run into whatever the fuck that Galil saw and we're spent. As long as we skirt about things, I mean, we can keep going.
I scoot further away up towards north.
Where are you going?
I look towards Iskra. Iskra, I know that you have not been doing this, and I kind of gesture towards my left arm, as long as some. But you must understand, we do not survive by being too reckless. We have to succeed without losing all of our people. You are too valuable to simply throw into the fray when not everyone you are with is capable of coming to your aid.
Isker just kind of huffs a little.
Oh, huff along. We don't know if the other two are going to last very long. The longer that we wait and rest, they are inches from death.
But they could already
Well,
be
they very
dead,
well-
and we're rushing to nothing. But let's just start going the
Well,
other
we
way.
don't have to rush nothing. We can start checking tunnels and then see again how we're feeling. If we're battered after the next tunnel, we take a break.
Yeah, so let's go. Thanks,
Agreed.
Bats.
Thank you, but
What'd they say? Did they thank us? Did we do anything?
They said, and I quote, "Get the fuck out! We're trying to sleep here!"
You're in our tunnel. Get out! Get out! All right. So, having explored the little nubby, are you going southeast or heading west? Or going north? Those are the three now that remain that you haven't explored.
And
Did the
to
vet say anything
east
about the
looks-
southeast?
Regular east looked like it was not really anything important. Southeast we didn't really pay any attention to, but to the north was the way out.
So then southeast?
Okay.
Sure.
Making my way.
You guys navigate around the edges of the cavern, heading towards this southeastern section. Here there is a path. Not as much. It is faint. There's nothing nearly as clear as the one that you had been traveling along. But here the ground is there's like a little bit of a trail that kind of leads along the tunnel itself. And it goes on for probably 100 feet before it starts curving to the left and then starts curving to the right. What are you guys using for lighting right now?
Nothing.
I'm just using the dark vision goggles. I tap on them and adjust them a little bit to make sure all three are working correctly.
Your splinter cell goggles, I forgot. As
If
you are
no one makes a fuss about it, Arjun would keep the lights off and just stay either at the front or as far to the front as he can.
okay.
And Soul stays in the middle, just trying to follow whoever he's behind.
Okay. So then Ardrin, go ahead and make a perception check, please.
Okay.
There's something weird that I want to try.
11.
Sure.
Can I flatten the some water 5 foot in front of me and push it along the floor to see what is in front of me as I walk?
How so? What
As
do you
my
mean?
vision. I can sense what I'm shaping, the water that I'm shaping, right?
Do you not have dark vision?
Ooh.
Are you
I
going to
have
make a
dark vision.
scry puddle?
I'm thinking kind of it's like a
It's almost like it's echolocation. It's
Basically.
it's sensory,
yeah,
right? Because he'll be able to or radar, so he can feel the ridges and stuff, right?
right, yeah.
Like as you push
Listen,
the water along the floor.
I know we had
really
our,
cool.
our fair amount of time with radiograph sonder or whatever that we had whenever your camera was on the fritz. But you don't have to do this. No, because I was just wondering more. I would say sure, just curious as to why, considering if you do have dark vision, that you can see.
I wanted to give my goggles to Soul because he does not.
Oh, without him, you don't have
Oh,
dark
so
vision?
you don't have dark vision. You have it with the goggles. Ah, I see.
Oh.
Well, so do you happen to need us to light any torches for you?
If I can shape the water, then
Not yet. I would say if there is need for us to be alert, then light would be okay. But if we are trying to be safe and hidden, then it's okay.
I'm gonna take my canteen off of my belt, and pop it open again. If we've been down here long enough that the bioluminescence has faded, I'll reactivate it,
Yes.
and then have it just unlit it a little, so it's a little bit is shining out.
Yeah.
And then I'll
You can kind of flashlight it a
catch
little
up, I'll
bit.
speed up a little bit and be like, Soul, use this. And you see a little container of light up in hover in the darkness in front of you.
And you can control then with the lid of the canteen how much light is showing and which direction it's kind of going in. You can kind of do a hooded lantern kind of flashlight, so you can kind of see where you're in front without lighting up the whole area, if you want.
It's a very blue light.
So, are you holding it, or do you want Soul to hold it?
No, it's for you to hold.
It's
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I will. This should help. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And he's pretty much going to try to use just as minimal light as he can, just enough to see
The
the 5 feet to 10 feet around him.
Yep.
Um,
Alrighty. Cool.
That way he keeps an eye on the person in front and back.
And I'll fall back a little bit again to my spot.
Continuing along this path, you see, if you continue along it and it kind of curves around, you can see already on that picture, right, where it curves to the left, and then once it curves back to the right again, it ends in a small chamber, probably about 30 feet across, and we'll say about 40 deep. Here, you see what looks to be remnants of a campsite. Here in-
Wait, watch what you're stepping on. There could be tracks or something.
Here in the center, you see a small circular pile of stones, long gone and charred, what looks like maybe ash or charcoal now. Some of the stones have been scattered. You can see where like they have a partial circle, but then some have been like kicked or moved. You see remnants of bedrolls, torn, broken. You see parts of tents, claw marks, and giant gaping hole in its side. Looks like it has been torn through. Collapsed and over off to the side against one of the walls. Renan, go ahead.
I'd like to try to use prestidigitation to see if I can get the campfire to light.
Even with prestidigitation, there's not enough burning material. Looks like it's had been burnt out. So it's just the charcoal bits. Iskra, what were you gonna say?
Kindred, you had something first, I think.
I was just gonna like making sure this is in there. Like Mage Hand like pull the tent back open to like see maybe we can peek in it without having to get right on top of it.
Oh, okay, sure.
I'm gonna throw a torch into the campfire circle and light it.
Wait, just a minute. There could be something in here.
You
Just
light
a torch. I'm not lighting a bonfire.
You light the torch and it casts shadows up amongst the walls, giving a haunting light to this space. Iskra, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
With the new light, I adjust the goggles a little bit, and then this could be exactly what we need. I start looking through the bedrolls,
Same.
trying to find personal belongings, anything that lets us know, hopefully with names or something very personal, that this is the people who were here. You know,
they write their names on the underwear tag.
Write an investigation check. Make an investigation check. We're gonna say Sonder or Galil. Go ahead, Sonder. What were we gonna say?
I was gonna do the same as Iskra.
Okay.
Looking for like a diary or a log or personal items that would be identifiers for if we brought those items back.
That was a 23 for me.
Okay, 23 for you. Galil, what were you gonna say?
Nice for me.
I was going to use my ranger training and actually look for footprints and have Oreo try and catch a scent.
All right, well,
And I'm
make
going
a
to be
survival
looking
check.
for like blood or anything now that I can actually see color.
Excellent.
Did we just
Ardra?
like John Benet Ramsey this crime scene?
Yeah.
While they're all focused on scouring the scene itself, I'm keeping all my senses out for what might be incoming, if anything.
Okay, keeping an eye out on the way you came. Cool.
Are any of the ways?
Yeah, or is it like
There's
a dead
only
end?
one.
I thought it
It's
was
a
kinda
dead end. Yeah, it's a dead end.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it is that one. I got a little confused.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, it is
How-
a dead end.
High up does it go, or can we see the ceiling?
Yeah, you can see the ceiling. This one actually kind of tunnels down, and you can see why they probably use this as a campsite, as there is only one way in, and there's, as you guys have been going further back along this like S curve to the back of it, you can see the ceiling kind of gets a little lower and lower, enough to where you can have a full view of everything around. Nothing really can sneak into, unless you were not watching the front.
I got a 19 and Oreo got a 23.
Okay. Looking around this space, there are footprints here. They are old, but there are footprints. And they seem to be scattered about the area, aside from the ones that you guys are now like leaving as you are walking around and kind of looking about. There are also large claw marks here. Something very very massive in size had come through here and apparently disturbed whoever had been camping in this spot. To that effect, Renan, you do see that there are indeed some arterial sprays on the walls and a couple on the tent pieces themselves.
Got blood.
Iskra and Sonder. What are you doing, Sonder?
I don't know.
As you guys have been investigating the area, this tent and bedrolls and things, you don't at first find anything until you move some of the tent pieces, and you do find what looks like a small, almost like not a little bit bigger than a fanny pack, but maybe something that you could strap around your shoulders, like a very small, compact backpack.
Like a messenger bag sort of situation.
Kind of, yeah. And on it,
Like a gadget bag.
kind of, yeah. It's small
Double
enough
back?
to not be a full backpack, but not like just a pouch either. So it's got some stuff, and with it you find rope, pitons. I forgot how we determined pitons. How to actually say those words, and then also
Attack on Pythons.
what was I thinking? Thieves' tools, lock picks.
Checking the thieves' tools, are they inscribed?
No,
Property of.
no inscriptions, but this is definitely what looks like it would be like maybe a thieves' toolkit, as it has like the grappling hook there. It's got things required for climbing and breaking and entering, basically.
Do any of the tools or items match the same style of the like swords and daggers and darts and stuff that we had seen when we were back up top with the purple?
I would say that they don't necessarily have a similar style, only in the sense that they don't. It's not like this is like we're the Body of Isidoros brand kind of thing. So they don't necessarily match, but it wouldn't be a far stretch to put two and two together.
Crouched there looking at the bag, I turn to Sonder next to me and I go, well, it's not definitive. I couldn't find any names or anything. You?
No. We should take the bag with us, though.
Yeah, they might recognize it.
How big is the tent area? How many people does it look like they could fit?
One. There are 2 tents here,
One person.
but there are small tents. And now with the light that Renan has brought in, these tents are designed in a way to blend into sandy or rocky surfaces. They're almost kind of quasi camouflage. They're not like a single tarp color. They definitely look painted on to make it look like they could blend into rock and such easily.
This has to belong to the two of those 2 women that came down here. If they're side by side.
Looking up at everybody else, I say, any clues to what happened here? We think we found some of the owner's things, at least.
Galil, with the things that you have seen, whatever had disturbed this resting space looked like a large creature of some sort. But going by the claw marks that you have seen, the holes that are in the on the side of some of the tents, there's even like what looks like things were cut almost with like scissors, like it's or maybe a sword of some kind that had like sliced through things. There you see some of the tent poles that have just been cut cleanly in half, as a snapped, but not broken, but like sliced.
So it can't be that pincer thing.
And there's no remnants of any body parts or anything here. It's just
No body.
There was something
There's
here
just
at one point.
just the spray of blood from whatever fight had gone down.
Okay. Renan, is that blood fresh?
No. You're muted or
No.
didn't pick up your voice.
Don't believe so.
Yeah.
No.
So, what are you guys doing?
Well, this is a good fallback point for when we do want to take a rest, but I think we should press on.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree. We already know that whatever the creature is knows where this place is as well.
I nod.
So the tent poles, or like the structure for the tents, they're like steel rods.
No, they're wood.
There would. Well, really quick, just as a marker for us and acknowledgement, I'll take some of the tent poles and like do a cross and like try to rip some of the tent and like tie it really makeshift in this simple cross. But I'll do another one.
Okay.
And I'll kind of like mold earth to kind of like make them sink into the ground a little bit.
While I'm still there, can I drag a little bit of water along the surface of like the bedroll or that area to see if I can catch any hair?
Sure. Make an Arcana check for me.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
An 8.
As you roll the water across, it like tries to seep into whatever fabric it touches, but it doesn't seem to pick up anything with it. Arjun, what were you gonna say?
That's actually smart. Let me help. Can I give Sonder advantage
Sure.
to doing this neat thing that he's trying to do?
Sure, go for it. What were you gonna say, Arjun?
Oh,
No, go ahead.
while
And roll.
everyone's scouring the ground, can I see the ceiling?
Mhm.
It's low enough. So while on the ground, it's a dead end, but is there any other entrances, any little tunnels or
Nope.
crawlways?
This whole space,
Okay.
it was chosen for that exact reason, that there are no other avenues.
I figured
of
I just wanted
entrance.
to double check.
Yep. With that, a little bit of assistance, you comb over the other side, the other small tent space that had been used. And you do manage to pick up some red hair.
Aha. It's wet, but that looks red, right?
That looks red to me.
Well, we know that the redhead was here, so the brunette is probably with her. Not too many redheads.
Or the redhead was crazy like they all are, and she went running through here like a mad woman, and who knows what.
As long
this
as she
was-
wasn't a Gemini, she might have a chance.
Oh no.
This was on the bedroll itself, so I want to imagine that she was sleeping here. That's more evidence. Can I take like
You can't
Some torn
substantiate it. Overruled.
tent.
No.
cloth and put the hair in there and just fold it into a napkin?
Mhm.
And,
Did I
like,
see
sure.
where he got
By the
the red hair from?
The
Yeah.
bedroll.
Bedroll.
Well, yeah, but was it the bedroll closer to the blood splatter?
No, the
Kindred,
other one.
can't
The
you
other one was.
spray now that we have the hair?
hair?
Well, if we don't see any of her blood, then perhaps she may have survived this.
Mhm.
I'm doubtful that her companion survived with all of this, and I kind of gesture towards the blood on the walls.
Yep, she got
Unless
the
it
way.
was the blood of an enemy.
Well, we could
Can
sit
only
here and
hope.
contemplate it, but I think we've covered this area clean. Let's go to the other tunnel before we pass out.
All right.
I start following Kindred.
So
Making our way.
All right.
As I kind of wait for Archer to like get up ahead of me, like, "Are you- okay, you gonna?"
Oh no! I'm gonna let him just steamroll right ahead and just see where this goes.
I turn into a bat and I
Steps-
just fly off. No.
He just steps out of frame, blood curdling scream. All right, well that bowed at itself.
All
All
right.
right, go on ahead.
Alrighty. So, moving ahead and continuing back into the main chamber. Where do you guys go from the main chamber?
I gotta look at that picture again.
Right. Every time I look at it, all I see is that abstract picture of Squidward.
There's really only west and north left now.
Correct.
But we know north leaves, according to the bats. So,
about north.
Yeah, we know. It was tragic. We got over it. Don't bring it up.
Not that north. This north.
Oh, shit. Foot and mouth, my bad.
what do you mean?
Just something about it. It's like something's calling to me over there.
Oh, like your vision of the falling guy? I mean, Sonder did go down and find something, so maybe it's worth checking out.
Is the calling reminiscent of mushrooms?
Like I think we should be alert for sure going through there.
You guys are just leaving that tent space behind, Galil. You hear someone behind you. Brayley! Brayley! Brayley!
Nailed.
But it's
Brayley?
just you were the only one who heard it. Nobody else. It was
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
Galil.
I know.
Oh.
You said Brayley?
Yeah.
Yep. That's the
Okay,
redhead.
making sure I got the name right. Did you guys hear that?
Oh shit,
No.
is this happening again?
Not a word.
Someone yelling at Brayley.
Okay, you do have an extra mushroom. Where is it?
That's one of the women.
Riley was the redhead, from
Mhm.
what I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just heard someone yelling out that name.
Go towards this.
Hold on. No, don't just run to a voice in a tunnel. What did it
Will?
say? That's all it said?
Yeah, just Brayley. Twice.
What did it sound like?
Oh, wait, so they were calling out for Brayley.
Yeah.
So they were the brunette.
See ya.
Yeah, Visaya.
Pats myself on back for good CSI skills.
Where's my sunglasses? Iskra.
Okay, hold on.
No.
Another ghost perhaps?
Minor.
Hmm?
I have to read one of my spells. Hold on. I can't read.
Cast greater kill party. Wait, what?
Mhm.
I have that one
Okay,
prepared.
so, like-
Raven or ominous whispers. Thaumaturgy it.
Your thaumaturgy, the sound again
Yeah.
to mimic what was heard.
Yeah.
Brayley! Brayley! Brayley!
Oh shit.
Leo, you hear this voice in your head?
No, not this voice, but this is one of the voices I just now heard.
So
How
then
many
with
voices
you and
do
your
have?
Oracle stuff, is this like a good you need to go to this or like stay the fuck away from this?
I can't tell from.
Oh god, we're dead.
Yeah.
When was the last time that this happened?
Just now? He just told us he just heard it?
When was the last time that this happened?
Not even a minute ago.
I see we're being intentionally obtuse again.
No, I'm being acute.
Advantage, disadvantage.
I fucking
I
hate all of
suppose
you.
we need to go to the north then. Quickly.
Okay.
Well, let's, for the sake of argument, take that at face value. This person might actually still be alive, so maybe we should like it.
Definitely.
Fast. Okay. Pretty sure we're gonna need a lot of light
Okay.
to know exactly where we're gonna go.
I'm
So
gonna
y'all
fan
are,
out dancing
y'all are wanting
lights.
to go the west way or the north way?
North way.
Okay. Before we leave, y'all got 10 minutes?
I suppose, but for what?
I mean, give me 10 minutes. I could ward the west tunnel while we go north, and that way I can tell without a doubt if something big, large, and scary is coming our way. I can track it up to a mile. That way you can tend to some of your scratches.
Certainly fair.
Okay, I'll get started on and I just don't even waste any more time and start ritual casting alarm on the entrance to the west tunnel.
Okay.
Mental, anything comes through, moves through it, it pings me.
You take out the silver spool and start wrapping it almost like this weird electric fence from one stalagmite over to the next stalagmite, and you can see it like sink into the stone and set itself as this alarm space. You go, and from one side, and as you make your way to the center,
Making my way.
you see that the ground looks walked on. Maybe not recently, but you remember that this is this direction that those creatures had come from. They did not go across the ground. They had come from above, correct? Yet this space looks trampled, dragged. You see small trails of darkened ground leading further and deeper in that direction. And as you finish tying it, your pulse quickening with the nerves from this larger, almost light-eating darkness of a cavern entrance that leads in this direction of the tunnel. That subtle odor of death and decay catches your nose as you finish the alarm spell cross to the other side.
As the spell takes and y'all see it kind of like spider silk flash and then just kind of disappear. I stand there and just like look down the darkness for like a moment and just stand there like expecting something to happen.
You wait and you listen. Nothing seems to change. But it gives you that skin crawling feeling.
Well, in my head, I'm like, okay, well, I marked it. Lock. I'll know if something comes out here. We got too much stuff to worry about. So try to like brush it off like, oh, it was nothing. So it's marked. Can we go that way now?
While you're setting it up, I would like to walk over to Iskra. You mentioned that you have some cuts and scrapes.
I look down at my chest and like my shirt is torn where the claw marks from where the thing got me. A little bit of red on it. Or dark spot, depending on what light source we're using.
How much health did you lose?
Should I quantify it for you, or is that like
Well,
not?
I mean, I would
That's
ask.
fine.
How about a teaspoonful?
Whatever
No.
the verbal equivalent of, hey, what did your
Yeah,
stats do during battle?
I have a minor injury. It's not the smallest, but it's not very bad.
I love that.
Something somehow somewhere is
Oh,
something.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Touch your shoulder, and I rolled a 7 plus 4. You got 13. No, you got 11 damage back. I didn't math that correctly at all.
11
You're a
health.
teacher?
So you redid 11 health. Yeah, I am a science teacher.
That was
a math
exactly
teacher.
the
That's
amount of
even
hit
more
points that I had
concerning.
lost. Actually,
Nice.
so I'm back to full.
Well done. Well
Nice.
done.
Wow.
Wow.
That is actually mildly concerning. But then again, you went to Lavernia, so I
Alright.
know that. I know
I
that.
know.
All right. So
Thanks, Renan. I was kind of worried about that getting infected.
it's the wounds heal up.
We-
So
I don't suppose anybody else could lend similar aid my way.
I asked earlier.
What you got?
Oh,
As we're walking to north tunnel.
okay.
I got a little bit of a raked across the chest at one point.
Okay, I gotcha.
So would you rather do it, or would you want me to?
No, it's gonna. I mean, Kindred said that he'll take care of it.
Did he?
Did he?
I understand that correctly?
What?
Say that you were going to heal Ardrin?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I
I'm
didn't
so
catch
important
that.
to him that he transcends class now.
There's a reason I'm a klepto.
Oh my god.
He has items.
Yes.
Right.
It's just a Hello Kitty band-aid.
Yes.
You laugh.
Also-
Hey.
Here's this.
Yeah,
Kiss
you
on the
laugh,
cheek.
but that's plus 400 health, boy.
hmm But I will pull out, and it looks really questionable because it's been in my bag for a while, but it's still good. Just mush it and then just put it over. Or can you reach it? Do you want me to do it? I'll just do it. And I'll just like start
glitter.
mushing it and like rubbing it onto your wounds, and you will
I
heal.
mean, I did say it was the chest, and now there's this awkward moment of like this other person putting like Vicks Vapor Rub on me.
Pretty much.
Yay, poultice.
All right. Well, I mean, it's not the weirdest thing that's ever happened in a cave, but
It only
Cave of Wonders.
activates with saliva, though. So
When you say that,
No.
Renan like visibly stops for a second and is like,
So should I
Think
roll
you-
for the healing, or
walking-
does he?
You can do it. It's
I think
fine.
you should roll for it.
Okay.
See how well you
Like,
apply
oh,
this.
Sexy bedroom music activates it. So Sandra, you're gonna need to.
It doesn't count unless it's
Oh shit.
how badly did you just kill Archer?
Oh no. Like I
It's
didn't
gone
realize
bad.
it's spoiled. No, I didn't realize how much it heals for. One second. Let me duplicate these dice.
This is gonna be so overkill because I wasn't that bad. You couldn't just use like a thumb smudge. You had to like glom it on your entire hand.
It's done. What is done? It's in the past. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
It's going to expire
10.
soon.
Heal
It's
14
like
health.
it's
Okay,
like a
that's-
day from expiration.
Oh, yeah, no,
That's
we were-
not as much
we were all
overkill as
afraid
I
that-
thought. I thought you were gonna say like
Yeah.
40.
Do I?
It works.
No, it works. It's fine.
Expired in
All right,
2017.
you get
Healed up.
to
Probably okay.
the northern.
I kind of just feeling all right.
I told you.
You get to this northern section. The tunnel is different here. The tunnel actually reminds you more of the passageways that you had come from earlier. That slightly unnatural, natural movement of Earth where it doesn't look like this was formed over time as much as it was formed over arcane means. Molded, if you would. It curves upwards rather sharply from the floor at a pretty steep angle. And then you see an opening before you as it kind of curves very quickly left to right and then up. And before you know it, this opening is up and around you. And you are in a larger, echoing expanse of a cave. The walls to your left and right are smoothened, the same manner as this smaller entrance. But even with your sight, well, I guess those of you who are using dark vision or sight, you can see that this space that you are exiting on, the tunnel goes down and across and back up, making a literal circular tunnel that spans about 150 feet across. And it curves up and over. It is literally like standing in the middle of a, I don't know, paper towel tube. And it expands to your left and to your right.
I was thinking more like standing inside of a Christmas ornament.
Oh, kind of. Except that this is just, it's tubular, man. It just goes on and on out of sight. To the left and to the right. It is not a circular spot.
Did you just say tubular?
You did.
No, I
totally
didn't.
tubular.
I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
You did.
I did.
It'd be accurate.
What are you guys doing?
Well, this is interesting.
Hello.
Don't you dare.
Great. Now everything knows we're here.
Now all of China knows we're here.
You're full of a toque.
Well, unless I see some markings or something along the walls, I guess we'll keep going.
Which direction do you go? To the left or to the right? Or do you want to make an investigation check around the area that you are at right now?
Let's do that.
It's a good plan. I will help.
I don't need your help. I can heal. I can cast. No.
Oh my god.
I'm a
Person's
strong,
kinda just
independent wizard
sitting
who can do what I want.
Feeling really good about like how clear his sinuses feel right about now. The headache he had is kind of dissipated a little bit. He's
You're
gonna sleep
welcome.
well when they finally get to it.
This was
Yep.
made from ingredients from
In the Feywild.
yeah,
Ooh.
right? Or
Mhm.
did
Smells
this
like
one
home.
come from the Yearwood?
Well,
Did it?
Kind of both.
this this one I took from the Feywild, but I propagated my own. So it was grown here, but it's directed from the Feywild.
Oh, I see.
Very nice.
You know, whenever you
and
take plants out of their
17 plus
natural
9,
habitat.
26.
26?
Hey, there's contingency plan in case they overgrow.
And Ben and
You
26.
know
we know.
and have done enough molding earth to know what its effects look like. This tunnel that you had come from is newer than the one that you are in now, but both have been molded into being. In fact, what's the range of your dark vision?
60. Well, actually, Sandra, can I borrow your glasses real quick? Split second.
Yep. Here.
120.
Perfect. You look up on either side, well, on the side of the wall above you as it slopes upwards into this tube.
Million.
Yeah. There is along the flat surface of this side, it is literally flat. Where instead of it going curved, it curves to a point, becomes flat before it curves again. And here along this curve are carved runes that go all along its length that way and all along its length that way.
What language
This
are they
is-
in?
I'm getting to it. Calm down.
They're in Arcanum, magic language.
Can I decipher it? I'll point them out and be like, wait, don't move yet, because I don't know what these do.
It seems to be the middle of a spell of some sort. What its purpose is, you'd have to find a start point and end point, but they just seem to expand onwards and onwards. It's almost some things repeating. Soul, what were you gonna say?
So Soul's going to do a survival check. He's going to kind of just close his eyes and focus on sensing if he feels air, like air current, and maybe also more of a cleaner scent from any of the directions.
There is an air current blowing through here. In fact, it's strong enough that all of you are able to feel it now that if you focus in on that sensation. And it is a sweeping of air down the tunnel from right to left.
As I'm like in the process of copying these rooms really quick just to get, maybe I'll find the in pieces and put it together later.
Okay. You make notes of what spell work you can see. Khalil. Incidentally, I forgot to do this earlier. Oreo does pick up a scent from the space behind, and she kind of follows it a little bit as you guys had moved through that other chamber. It goes west into that westward tunnel. This space has another scent for her that she kind of picks up and looks to the right, and her ears go back. You can see the hackles on the hair on the back of her neck start to rise. The direction that wind is blowing from seems to agitate her.
Oh crap!
If nobody else was doing anything at the moment, would like to speak Orin towards the air, just to see if I get any response from anything elementally inclined.
Nothing elementally inclined resonates with you. I need to calm this down.
With me noticing the hairs going back on Oreo, I say Starlight and bring out the longbow.
Okay. The longbow appears in your hand.
1 second, pizza's here.
Looking at Khalil, I take up a bit more of a defensive posture. Like, we expecting trouble?
As do I.
I think she senses something nearby.
I smell. Is it death again?
No, she doesn't respond to that. She's just stay alert.
I'll take my bow up.
There's light in here, right? I think Ardrin had dancing light.
Yeah, unless anybody told him to turn them off.
We should keep them on, just in case more of those creatures are here.
Soul's gonna take out his whip. And if a creature of some sort shows up, then he might want to attack.
Okay.
from here on, I'm just going to be stealthy.
You move
pace.
towards the right.
Yeah.
I would like
Walking
to
at
do a
a
perception
stealth
check to see
pace.
if I see anything down that direction.
Sure.
Can I join him on that?
Sure.
27 on stealth.
27. Nice.
Hey, 27 on perception.
You're able to see.
30.
You are able to see Galil move through the shadows ahead of you guys, even though the rest kind of makes it difficult with the way his cloak seems to not catch the light, and he blends into the rocks. Oddly enough, you don't see anything but a continuation of this tunnel, and it is just so oddly smooth and straight and leveled in both directions.
What about a history check to see if I've seen anything like this in other worlds?
Sure.
That is a 22.
22. Maybe not by personal experience, but you have heard of tunnels used for transportation on some worlds, where they go through, whether they go through mountain ranges or areas underground outside of normal caves. Some magic and arcane practitioners are able to mold enough of a space to create some sort of way to move from one place to another without being seen above ground. Arjun, go ahead.
Highway?
Go ahead, finish your point.
No, that was
Like a highway?
Yeah. I mean, for us, even with our tunnels, they have a flat surface. This is completely circular all the way from top to bottom. There is there is like a bottom side where you can walk along it, but it's not like where most tunnels are, flat with the round that goes over it, right? But to a certain degree, something along those lines, yes.
It has been a while since Arjun has been in the Underdark, but it is triggering some thoughts. Is this reminding him of like the way that purple worms would burrow or anything like that?
Similar, but a much larger scale. And this is more, not so much, I'm not really familiar with how purple worms burrow, but this is more of an arcane means and not so much of a natural means. There's not really any scratches or burrowing marks along the edges, as this is almost like a smoothed surface. It almost looks like, I would say it has a texture kind of like of stained glass. You know how it's kind of bubbly to it? It's not always smooth. It's got that like little bubble, like waviness to it. It's almost like that.
It looks like it's been sort of bored through with a laser kind of thing.
Yeah. Not completely smooth glass. It just has this like weird little texture to it that's wavy patterned. But you continue along this path, and the air that blows through does smell somewhat fresher. And you can see up above starlight creeping through small cracks in the ceiling above you. Not large gaps, but enough to where you can see little peaks of starlight that light the way in this oppressive darkness.
Are they very far up? Like it's tunnels, or?
That's probably about 20 to 30 feet maybe of rock before it goes upwards. But you see up ahead, after, depending on how far, do you just continue to walk, Galil?
Yeah, but stealthily.
Of course.
I'll stay back like 30 feet from him, but continue at about the same pace he is.
15 minutes go by. 30 minutes go by. 45. And finally you see a change up ahead. It's been, and I use that term loosely because it's almost disorienting how much this doesn't change. Like, there's no, aside from the hole that you left, there is no change in the way that this tunnel continues. And Kindred, you do notice that as you kind of have spent this time like maybe moving back and forth a little bit, both walls of this tunnel have the same arcane language running along its length. And you get a sense, and you start seeing repeating patterns. So there's never really, it's almost like a sentence that started somewhere, but then somewhere along the way, the words just repeat themselves over and over and over and over and over and over. So it's like you never get to the beginning of where this spell is. It's just you see the same repeating sequences, and you start to wonder if this is the whole sequence in itself. But as you get closer to this point, you start to see the beginnings of this spell. It is some sort of, it speaks somewhat of transportation, perhaps. And finally, Galil, if you are the one that's kind of more in the lead of this, you see construction of some sort, a construct of wood and stone that rises up from the ground at the entrance of this tunnel. And tied or fastened to it in a little sling of sorts is almost looks like a barge made of wood and steel and metal. Its construct similar in some aspects to an airship, but there's no water. There are no masts or any sort of devices like you have seen on the Reclaimer, that like the spokes that go out to the side that feed it the air elemental. There's nothing of that, but it's just like the basic shape of a boat with a large flat surface that goes probably about 50 feet across. It almost looks barge-like, more so than like a ship.
Sand ship.
But you can see a stairway that goes up to it. And you see this first before the rest of them.
I want to hold back and wait until Kendrick gets closer.
Because I'm slowly getting my way there because I'm writing all this shit down. It's just repeats. Like, ugh. I wouldn't have had to use the goggles that I borrowed from Sonder the whole time to read this stuff. It's like within 60 feet, right? Or is it like way out of range?
Because it's about the tunnel's about 150 feet across, so you would have to get a little closer to one side and a little closer to the other, just by a little bit to kind of see it.
But I can bounce back and forth without needing the goggles.
Yeah, I would say.
Okay,
sure.
I'll give them back to Sonder. Like, oh, thanks.
Serpentine! Serpentine!
So yeah, it takes me a little bit. What are you doing, Sonder? Oh my god. It takes me a little bit, but I eventually make my way towards you and like, what is?
Doesn't this look familiar?
And then a message was like, what is that?
Doesn't this look familiar?
Yes. Because I'm like trying to look at it again. Are there any markings or like symbolism on
You would
the
probably have to
side
get
of
closer.
anything around anywhere?
You'd have to get closer to it.
I will get closer.
Because he sees it out from like, what's the dark vision range, Galil?
Dark vision range?
60.
60? Okay, so you're about 60 feet away
60.
then. Cool. So you'd have to get closer just to like see if there were any markings on it.
And the rest of the party y'all came with, right?
Yep.
Slowly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I point message. Iskra, can I borrow those goggles really quick?
Just give them to me.
Bitch, I want them back. No.
And hand them over.
Readjust them to me, and I'm like, okay, I just look real quick. Anything I can see. Now I have 120 feet.
Make a perception check
What
for
if
me.
you put mine on as well?
Oh no, it doesn't work like that.
180.
It's like a
Oh.
telescope.
It's like a stack of.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
And I pull mine out. Here.
Oh.
My spice glass.
I can see all the amoeba. No.
I'd like to
Oreo.
make a perception
18.
check.
Oreo starts to growl.
19. 25.
25.
Mm-hmm.
There are no markings like a name of a ship or anything on this vessel. But along the edges, just above where you would imagine like the guardrails along the side, there are runes in Arcanum as well.
It's the beginning piece of the spell.
Oreo stops moving. Her wings unfurl and hold outwards as if trying to say stop. And she growls.
I'm just
Can we
trying to
make a
scan to see
perception check?
something that I was she seeing that we're not.
I'm pulling out one of my special arrows.
You're
getting
muted,
it ready.
Sonder.
I'll just have my bow ready.
Okay.
We're ready.
At the base of the at the base of the construct, you see a bunch of pylons and stuff that are because this construct is raised probably about 40 or 50 feet off the ground, to where this boat is held almost in a center point in this tunnel. Almost. There, amongst the pylons at the bottom, you see a bunch of debris and rock. Piles of it. Black and obsidian, almost smooth like.
Smooth like how the edges of this tunnel are carved.
Kind of. Smooth, and you can see there are like little granules probably on it. It almost looks segmented in some way.
I'm just gonna look. But nothing's moved. Nothing's like caught
Nothing's
onto
moved.
Oreo's growl that I can tell.
And the growl is very low. It's not like she growls loud. It's just like a warning growl. Something is up ahead growl.
So I'll spice murmur as I'm pointing and messaging to Galil. Watch for reverb. So I think the piles of rock are gonna be elementals that are gonna try to fuck us up once we get too close. And I think that's maybe why Oreo's growling. Just be on guard. As I will hand back the goggles to Iskra because obviously she's gonna need them if we're gonna get fucked up.
As
She needs
I
to look stylish.
feel something get kind of close to me, I reach out.
She
and
kung
take 'em.
fu's it as hard as she can.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Welcome.
What are you guys doing?
Going to try to just look at those things and see if I can piece it together. Is it like going to be a horse carriage with those elementals that I'm imagining, or not? What's
A
up, friend?
horse carriage?
Evan, go ahead. Do your thing.
I was pretty much. I don't know if these elementals are like going to be pulling it or not.
Horse in a carriage.
Galil, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to discern like what I'm seeing.
Yeah. These quote-unquote elementals are not under the barge, nor do they look tied to this barge. They are kind of under the construct that is off to the side that holds the barge. So they're more like over off to the side and just piled on under the beams, basically. What are you going to say, Galil?
Just to make sure, I'm going to put my free hand on Kendra's shoulder and say, hold on, let me check. And he's primeval awareness.
Your senses focus inwards and blossom outwards, further and further, and immediately, uneasily close to you, a blossom of vile, undead presence emerges. And then more beyond, but directly close by, something wicked lays. Renan, what are you saying?
Buffer.
Oh yeah, it's.
Do I notice any activity up on the barge itself?
Make a perception check. At the moment, nothing moves within your immediate looking at. But the more you focus on
let them know
it,
that it's undead.
The more I focus on it is a 26.
Focusing on it, you don't see anything that moves. You can see little spots where lanterns sit darkened and dead, but nothing moves. Argent, what are you gonna say?
Since I get the impression that people's postures are kind of changing, it sort of seems like there's a shift in the air with them. Arjun's going to take the little glass rose out from behind the lapel of his coat and just says very quietly in Sylvan, "Wish me luck," and kind of just tucks it back in and regains the spell slot.
Alrighty. Nice. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Waiting for him. I relay that to the rest of the group via spice. Remember, we're surrounded. Well, not surrounded, but there's a lot of undead up ahead. And then waiting for Galil to come back. So like, all of that is just undead sensing.
That's what I'm sensing right now, yeah. And I can come to.
So let's go that way. The other way. Because you said the tunnel split, we went one way, right? Oh, wait, no, we've been traveling for like 45 minutes. Never mind.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. Yeah, whoa, never mind.
I was going to say, hold on.
Yeah, whoo, time loop. And you said it kind of just ends up going up?
This tunnel stops being formed and becomes a cave past this construct. You can see that there is more of a pathway that leads further back into another cave outside of your ranges of sight. But this construct seems to be placed and built specifically at the start of this tunnel. And if you look to either side, it almost like funnels inwards to this point.
Kindred, let them know that this area looks somewhat like an airship.
Do so.
And if the rest of you guys have kind of like gotten close enough to where, you know, these two are at, you can see everything, you know, for yourselves. I do need everyone to make a stealth check though, while they are here.
Okay. Ardrin, see what you can see since you have better eyesight.
Not
Is
great
this
stealth,
going
apparently.
to be a sound-based stealth check?
Sure. We'll see how quiet you are.
20?
14 for my stealth.
Okay.
19 for me.
19?
16 over here.
16,
16.
16.
18.
What was it?
Did you get mine?
No,
Modded 20?
20. What'd you say, Soul?
There you go.
Soul?
18.
18? Okay, cool.
18.
So,
Ooh.
Did respectfully.
Oh no.
Huh?
Nothing.
Well, since Arden doesn't know the DM's deviousness, he's going to creep up a little bit towards where Galil's vantage point is and try and
See,
get a better view of what's going on.
So I creep.
this looks like
Yeah.
a. I mean, the construction is obvious in its, like, this is built for whatever this device is, as a launch and like maybe retrieval of this barge. Aside from that, it's kind of hard to say unless you guys got up and on it.
Are there
So-
any- is there like a platform or any kind of controls or levers?
If
Like
there
on the
are,
wall
it
or
would be
on
up,
the
not on the
platform?
wall, but on the construct itself. Because it goes up like 40 or 50 feet into the air, right? So there's like a stairway that you can see that climbs up and around to the top, but there is nothing on the ground within immediate sight that you could see that would be any sort of controls. You see, not like tiki torches, but like tiki torches, those sort of things set up in the ground that are dead and extinguished at the moment. But you see spot where like torches can be set into to give light to this space, but there's currently nothing here. Oreo's eyes stay
So then that one's
fixated
spice armor.
on that point underneath this construct.
She got a 26 for stealth. I
Okay.
got a 33.
Cool. You don't exist.
So,
Got it.
I know, basically.
So should I don't know, should I knock something over and cause like a tiny stir to see if something comes? Or because if that's the case, then they're gonna come at this is Spice Marm, by the way.
I have an idea about
What's
how
that?
to actually do that exact same thing.
What is it? I'm
If
all
I can
ears.
get a vantage point on any kind of like maybe the deck or some kind of doorway on the top, I could cast something that they will all have to run and walk through before they even get to us.
Where do you need?
I need to get a little higher so I can see the top.
I can certainly get you up there.
But are your wings quiet?
You can try.
I mean that respectful. I mean that respectfully. I'm not. Every time I see you, it's in a grand gesture. So you're like, whoo.
Oof.
I mean, if we're gonna set this thing off, we might as well do it on our own terms.
Yeah.
Is the barge
Go ahead.
like hanging from anything?
We could
It's
go
set
a little
into, like,
further
a-
back. That way it
It's set into like what almost looks like a berth of some type, like a leather harness kind of netting that kind of it's sitting and resting on.
I go up to Arthur.
If we go ahead, sir.
No, go. You go.
If we can,
will take you backwards.
if we can destroy the rope that's holding this thing up, if they are inside of it, that might cause some damage, or if they are below it, it'll crush them.
Start to the DM. Does the rope look like it's supporting it or more just mooring it?
It is resting on it. So that whatever this like boat is, it is resting on this leather netting, basically. It's just kind of sitting on it and holding it up over nothing. And there's probably
Well, I see
maybe
you said rope, so I was just
Yeah, I know. Is maybe a deck worth underneath. It is not a very deep boat. It is very shallow and wide. This looks like it is meant to have stuff put on it, and then it is moved somehow. Like a river barge.
Head up to Ardrin and just kind of like, where do you want to try to be at?
Up, so I can cast down.
Is there a nook or cranny or anything looking when I look up and this off a wall somewhere?
It is just smooth, and it just funnels
it's
into
all
this
that
point.
smooth.
Mm-hmm. This is literally sitting at the entrance to this tunnel, basically.
Okay. Watch this, and I'll pick a spot. See the range on this.
I'm gonna get teleported to a place with nowhere to hold on to, and I just fall doing the goofy scream.
No, I like look up at the thing and with it out of my reach, 30 feet up, very quietly as I can cast it, you'll see just kind of like a stepping stool just kind of come out a couple feet, and it'll take a while because I'm trying to do this slowly, so it's not like
Yeah.
And then
Nice.
after I do that, I'm going to not done yet. Fidget in my bag, pull out the 50 feet of rope, and then Mage Hand is going to go up and circle it and tie it off. Ta-da!
Does he just have like a chair balloon? Is that the image in my head? I'm not
You
hearing
can
it
climb
at
the
all.
rope. You can climb up.
What are you gonna do?
Anybody got any
What you
objections to
gonna
me doing
do?
this?
Waiting for him to get his ass up there. Because I
Might
want to
as
see
well
the
do
site.
this.
Arjun's gonna try and climb the ropes because no one's telling him any different.
All right.
I'll catch you if you fall.
Soul's gonna give Ardrin guidance.
Okay.
Thank you.
Make
No intention of
make an
catching them.
make an
I'm just looking
acrobatics
at
check
his
for me.
ass.
That's checks. Acrobatic or
And
athletics, whichever you prefer.
Aaron,
Yes.
We're doing
Aaron,
acrobatics.
check Discord. Does it remind me of this per se? The tunnel.
No, not necessarily.
Oh damn it!
The tunnel, not in the. No,
So here's-
it's not like because if
So here's
you
my
have
question.
that, go
Here's
ahead.
my question.
Yes.
When you said I had inspiration earlier,
15 is good.
was that a joke?
No,
Because 15 is not
You-
terrible, but it's not
No.
great.
15 is not bad. 15, you're fine if you want. Like you don't have to use it.
And
If you don't want to.
What was the what was guidance? What did I roll for that?
It adds a D4 if you want to use it.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
even with 15, it was not a high
17.
DC. It was just to see if you failed it or
17.
not, basically. Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
Ah, no.
Yeah. You
it's
you-
actually been greased.
You just grab the
Damn Smurfs.
rope and you kind of walk up the side. Looking over, you see the deck of the ship has maybe
Doing
a
the Batman.
raised platform on the back end of this barge. But there's no real maneuvering mechanism to this barge. You don't see a wheel of any kind, any sort of controls. There are a couple of crates that are on this skiff or barge, whatever you want to call it. You can see what looks like rocks that are in them. From this distance, that's what it looks like. It looks like a bunch of pile of rocks, but there are in these crates that are set up onto this barge. There doesn't seem to appear to be any sort of guards or watchmen of any sort. This definitely looks like it is used to transport goods, but there doesn't seem to be anybody around it.
Does there appear to be like a door to like a lower deck? Is it that kind of like height-wise barge?
Towards the back on just before you get to the raised portion of this flat barge, there is a set of double doors that look like they are set a little lower, so you could go down to a lower level. Yes.
So I have a clear line of sight to the doors, is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna try a couple things. Do you mind if I start popping this off, or any last objections?
One second. Guys, he's gonna do some shit. Be ready. You got like 10 seconds.
I'm gonna start
it
heading
was set
back.
to everyone, so they can't say something.
Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna head back about at least 60 feet so that I'm able to still see what everybody's doing. But that way, if I need to take off, I'm far enough that it won't make sound that something can hear.
Okay. Alrighty. So what are you doing?
Well, that depends on how you would rule this, because I want to do two small things.
Okay.
And it will change depending on your answer. Can I attack the door with an Eldritch Blast to try and knock it down?
You are about... Oof. I guess, let me ask a clarifying question to Kindred. No, I mean,
So,
yes, yes, you can. Yes, you can. I would say,
that I would
because
have
you can
done
blast,
this.
you can blast it out. I just was curious, distance-wise, Kindred, how far away from this construct did you make this rope thing for him to climb up? If you are staying, let's say, 50 feet from it, is it closer or further?
Well, we're at the edge of the part where it goes up, so I was 30 feet up as high as I could, because I just heard him say he wants to be up. So he's like 30
did you
feet
guys
up
get
at
closer
the back
than
far part where we were?
Right? Did you guys get closer than the 50 feet where you had
I
initially
would've-
seen it?
I would have counseled us to go much further back to about 80 feet and get everybody towards there.
Okay. Because because it would limit
In
how
my
far
head,
you could
I went
see.
up to him where he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not
Not
going any
so much
further than
familiar with it.
110 feet back from
Right.
the
Yeah,
barge.
yeah, yeah,
That way
for
I
sure.
can see it.
Okay.
Because my main thing would be to try and stay within 120 feet
Okay.
of line of sight, and then do
Right.
the thing.
You're close. I mean, you have less of a problem with these things. I am more curious as to everybody else where they are at, kind of like in reference to everything.
The melees.
Right. Well, just like how close they are to
At the
the
bottom
barge
where
and the
people have-
construct. Yeah. Are you there at the base of it, having not gone up? Is basically my question.
Mm-hmm,
Yes. Everybody else in agreement
Same.
with this?
I'm a
Same
little
with
bit
Galil.
Yes, Crow.
behind Kindred.
I'd be up close to everyone. At this point,
Right,
I
so-
want to be right next to the Galil. I'm getting antsy and want to go towards it.
Right. So you guys are close to the construct, correct? Just so that I'm understanding
Yes,
where everybody's
yes.
at. Okay. Cool.
Mhm. You all
Blast
died.
it. No. I just want to know where that way there's no confusion with whatever the events that are about to transpire.
Oh, okay.
Arjun,
Then
as you
with
go
him
up
saying
to,
he's gonna do shit, can I?
Yeah.
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I would have been like taking the dodge action and just being prepared for something to come out of anywhere.
Okay. Arjun, yes, you can target this door with the Eldritch Blast. Galil, Oreo does not stop looking at those piles of rocks that are under this construct. And now that you are closer, they look less like rocks. And I will say, now that everybody's close enough to
Rocks.
it, they don't look like rocks. They look like this weird pile of things that are just wrapped up on each other. This wasn't the source of the undead, you don't think? This doesn't look undead. It doesn't. There's no smell of death hanging in the air. But there's like there's hair that is prickling the back of your neck as all of this is going on. And you're probably about 30, we'll say like 20 or 30 feet from the beginning of the stairwell that goes up to the top of this construct to where it would lead you to the barge.
I see
Ardrin.
the rocks.
Yes, you do see the things.
So-
Ardrin, go ahead. What are you going to say?
Point of clarification, it was more Eldras is more of a example because there was one of two things I want to do.
Okay.
It's more a case of how much time would I actually have to do it. It would be either I cast Eldritch Blast and hit the door and then cast a spell after that,
Sure.
or if that would trigger something. Actually, no, you can't answer that. Why would I ask that?
Sometimes you
No,
have
that's
to
not
hear
fair.
it out
No,
loud.
I'm
and you're
just
like,
gonna
oh yeah.
I'm just gonna hit Sickening Radiance on the door instead of trying to game this out.
Okay. Sickening Radiance.
And
Remind me
I
what
was
that does.
Getting complicated with it.
It's okay.
It is a bubble of suck.
Ooh, okay. That sounds cool. I think you did this earlier when you fought the ghasts, right?
Yep.
Or the
Yes.
shadow things.
Yeah.
Shadow creatures at that same, like,
So
basically
if
gets
anything,
everything
tries to
in
get up through there.
disadvantage. Got it.
Exhaustion levels.
Sickening Radiance, you said?
So this, yeah, so this great big magenta bubble kind of happens at the door. So it's,
Bubble of Suck? Okay,
30
I'm
foot.
listening.
yeah. I think 60 feet across total.
Sickening Radiance. All right. So there's. All right, cool. The spell arcs out and envelops the space around this door. Nothing immediate. There are no immediate. Nothing immediately goes off. No sounds. Nothing. Sonder, you stay looking at these rock things.
I'm gonna
ahead.
take one of my darts.
You
Throw it
palm
at the rocks.
you palm the dart, but as you're looking, I want you to make a perception check for me.
Okay. Their bodies. Nice. 25.
You grab one of the darts and you're about to throw it. And your eyes start making out the shape of the rubble, and you kind of like tilt your head to the side. You see this large, almost round shape to this first rock that is set in the ground closest to you. And you see that it is cut down one side of it lengthways into it. And you realize that it's not a rock that is cut, but it is a set of pincers. And then you see that what you think is a pile of rocks up on top is actually a segmented tail. Large segmented tail with a pointy bit at the end. Oreos is like staring and looks ready to move at any moment, and everybody's just kind of gathered around watching Ardrin up as he casts this spell over at the door. A dull green glow radiates from this barge and lights up the space a little bit, enough to where it catches the glint of light on the carapace of two giant scorpions nestled underneath this construct. And for that moment, you hold your breath as the light kind of catches it, and you realize why it looks so shiny and glints the way it does. You see these large spots where eyes would be that are closed. They aren't moving. They seem to be asleep. And you guys haven't made enough noise to rouse them. But Oreo is like not having any of this. What are you guys doing? Or what are you doing, Sonder?
Don't have eyelids.
I'll be with Galil and Iskra. I'm just gonna like put a hand on each of their shoulders and Spies murmur Iskra and just whisper in Galil's ear. Those aren't the rocks. They're pincers. Giant scorpions.
Did we roll for initiative so we keep it order, or good?
Does
Nothing.
Ardrin have a spy's murmur?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna page Ardrin.
Yeah.
Version to the clinic.
Sonder looked at those rocks, but it wasn't rocks. It was a rock scorpion.
A rock lobster?
She wanted to say it so bad. I can see the pain in your eyes. This girl. You're like, make me say it. Let me say it. Drumming for the table. Rock scorpion.
And I see these supposed rock scorpions now that it's been pointed out.
As you are hanging on this rope looking down, you can see the green light that is cast a little bit from this spell, enough to where it shines a magenta, right? Well, I just was thinking sickening, so that's why I went with green, but yes.
So
You see the
freaking out,
pile
seeing
that
like,
they
oh,
are.
fuck, oh, fuck,
You are
it's
probably
green.
about like 30 feet. The rest of your party is about 30 feet from these large creatures.
I'm like, nope, and just gonna throw my hands out and I'll cast slow.
Nice.
Okay.
Do we see that?
Yeah, I'm right in front of you.
How long does that last?
I don't know. Let's hope it sticks. Let's just start there.
They are asleep at the moment. What is the save that they need to make?
I don't realize that.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
I
like,
don't think I realized it. It's
Slow.
a wisdom
Moving in
17.
slow motion now.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
since we're so close, I'm like, nope.
There's no freaking way. Nope.
Yes.
They both. You feel the spell catch onto both of them.
Yes.
I don't
I'm
know if they would
concentrating now.
necessarily wake up onto this because it's not like they were jolted. The magic kind of settles onto them, so they are
don't
slowed.
take damage.
They don't take damage.
Their breathing goes even slower.
That was the
They
other thing
sleep
that I was gonna say.
slower.
I don't think
Oh
they
my
God, they're
necessarily
sleeping
breathe,
slower.
right? They breathe in a. They don't really. I mean, they have a way of breathing in air, but it's not like lungs kind of thing. So
Where's
I
Hecko?
don't. I know. And what's funny is she literally sent me videos of scorpions earlier today, and I was just like, But yeah, I don't. I could text her, but it's fine.
They
Okay,
have
so
simple
we'll say that
lung-like
they don't wake up,
constructs.
but you see one of the tails start to
I'm just
move,
like-
and it just moves in this super and crazy slow form. What are you guys doing?
Like they're slowed. They're slowed. It took. They're both slowed. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Kindred, there's still one more in there. The thing that looks like a pile of rocks.
No, that's what he cast it on.
Wait.
Were the two scorpions
Oh.
in there? He cast it on them.
There's
Yeah.
one below. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they are like
Okay.
on the ground level, about 30 feet from where you're at. And they are 30 feet this way, and like 30 feet in that direction is a stairwell that leads up to the top of the barge. And about another 60 feet beyond this is the continuation of, well, I guess the entrance of whatever cave leads to this tunnel. What are you guys doing?
I'm just like holding concentration, like making sure nothing else is popping out. But I'm like, they're slowed. What do we do? Because I
We
know if
could
they
get-
stay in the thing,
You
they'll
want me
die.
to hit
but-
them with something else to wake
No,
them
no,
up real
no, no.
hard?
If they'll just stay in here, they'll die. They'll die. I'm like freaking out.
We could get past them.
Just leave it. Just leave it. Oh, let's hope they die. What was that?
Will
It's
they die or
people
will they
outside.
just
They'll
be
die.
slow?
They'll die. They'll die. Okay.
Wow.
How do you know they're going to die?
Because I know the spell. I know the arcane.
The spell isn't cast on them.
Oh, it's
It's
not.
cast on the barge.
I thought they were below it, so it took underneath.
You cast slow on the scorpions.
So they're not in.
correct. They're
Yes,
not
I
in
did, but I thought
Ardrin cast
our radiance is
sickening.
on the boat
Oh.
itself.
so. It's like on top, and we like sandwiched.
Yes. So if you want to get
Okay,
up to
I
the
thought it was
barge,
underneath all of it.
no.
Silver sandwich. Silver sandwich.
Gotcha.
What are you guys doing?
My
I'm gonna
bad.
go for the scorpions.
Wait before you do that. I'm going to hit them with synaptic static if they're close enough to each other.
Oh, they're literally curled up on top of each other.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they are not awake.
So
Let me just reiterate that. You start this,
Okay.
they will wake up. You have the opportunity to go
Everyone
upwards if you want.
Guys, they're slowed. They're asleep. Get your biggest boom, whatever you're gonna do, but we need to do it quick and get into position.
I want to go up there, but I'm going to try and avoid his spell.
Well, the spell is on the barge. You don't have to
I will
worry
use
about.
Oreo if need be.
You don't need to worry
Yeah,
about that spell unless you are on the boat by the doors of the boat. So
Does it affect people who are
it affects any
friends?
creature that goes in.
Mhm,
Yeah.
friendly fire?
It
Okay,
affects everybody.
gotcha. Is it poison or like what's it made of?
It's just a shield, like an area that exhausts you until you wither away and die.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it does radiant damage every time.
okay.
Oh.
Never mind.
Okay.
So
I'm good on that part.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to preemptively call upon the bear spirit totem,
Nice.
Okay.
and that way it has a radius, an aura of 30-foot radius, and all of us get temporary hit points.
Cool.
5 plus druid level, which is 13,
What are
13 extra hit. Temporary hit.
Dang.
all right? Do you guys want? You
Let's do
get
this.
one surprise round before it kicks in. You have the opportunity to possibly take them out before they wake enough.
Wake up.
Well,
We have 13 temporary hit points.
Right.
Yeah, each.
Okay, making sure.
What are you doing?
well, since I already said it, synaptic
Three,
Do
static.
it.
0.
Synaptic static.
So they both need to make an intelligence save.
I'm doing
Which-
Mind Sliver on one of them.
I'm using Hunter's Mark on the other, and I'm using the bow.
4 arrows.
Oh,
I
okay.
will-
All right.
for my
Let's
action
have you guys.
point.
Well, hold on. Before you guys, because this is gonna be a lot to try to remember who's doing what first. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, so we can see whose turn goes when and what.
Tell me when to click it.
Click it.
You gotta click it.
Ugh.
It
Okay,
automatically adds in because
Yeah, I know, but he has to
you're
open it.
using the.
It's opened.
okay.
Yeah, it's opened.
I would
Nice.
argue since I was already stating I was doing it, I should just
No.
go.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you're fine.
Are they filling in?
Well, we're getting. a
yeah. Don't worry about
surprise
it.
round, so-
Roll with advantage. Do it again. Actually, you know what? I'll change it. It's fine. I got it. You'll be going first.
Oh my god.
Change it.
Yes, I can change it.
Oh, 22 anyway.
All right.
Um,
All right. So Kindred, what did you
They
get?
automatically fail any dexterity roll saving throws. 17 for initiative.
Okay. Iskra,
That's a,
what is yours?
13.
All right, I'm
And
keeping it. Soul.
Leo, you have a strawberry reroll available while you're down
A
here
natural
still, as a
20.
reminder.
yeah, the strawberry reroll.
A natural 20. A strawberry reroll. I
Wait,
love
what?
that. Renan.
Sounds like a strawberry shortcake cousin.
Renan.
Wait, but this one doesn't have
21.
Renan. 21. Got it.
I think the YouTube rerun was actually good.
with the ropes.
You
Oh,
are
okay.
delayed for me. I don't know about anybody else. So when
Yeah,
you
for
say
me too.
something, I have to wait for you to hear it because I'll see your face move, but that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, he's been like that all night.
It's must be. Yeah, it's showing red right now. So, whatever.
Red rum, red rum.
Read all about it.
Wait, you got my initiative, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'll be back. Let me check my laundry.
All right. I'm just moving some
Oh.
stuff so that we don't have to worry about all of these things. 'Cause I just
To
want
the spider,
this.
to the group.
All right,
The
Ardrin.
spider's speed is halved. Their AC is cut by 2.
Scorpion.
So synaptic static, they have to roll a intelligence save.
Still do a disadvantage because they're asleep. That is a -4 on one of them.
I don't think they get disadvantage for that, but
Oh, I'm giving it because they're asleep. They're not even like they're not awake to like know what's happening. But both of them rolled really badly, so
They
it's
use
fine.
Dream
Essentially
Eater. It's
prone.
super effective.
Yeah.
give them bad dreams so they die in real life.
All right. So synaptic static. So then what happens? They failed.
Did both of them fail?
Yep.
No. They take as soon as that stops glitching out. I'm watching on D&D Beyond. The die is kind of just glitching on itself.
Oh,
So
perfect.
28.
Ooh.
Psychic damage
Damn.
and
Mm,
rolls a d6 for all of their attack rolls and ability checks.
The moment that spell goes off, you see them shudder and awaken, almost as if they have been electrocuted. From where they were at, it's this weird, like, quick and then slow movement of their bodies as tails unfurl, clawed giant mandibles move outwards in their pincers as if rearing back at the sudden pain that they've experienced in their giant insect brains. Their full form is shown and they start to stand. The next one up after Ardrin was Renan. Renan, what are you doing? Soul, you're up next
I
after
had a
that.
22.
Yeah, Sonder had a 22.
Oh. Why did
And I
you
had a
reroll?
21.
Okay. Then Sonder,
Because
go
you said
for
to
it.
read to.
I was telling Ardrin to reroll.
Sorry, yeah. I didn't realize that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 22 and 19. 2 arrows. I'll go and fly off to
Okay.
each of them.
Two arrows to each?
Yeah.
Or one arrow to each?
2 arrows to each, because I'll do the what's it called? Flurry of blows.
Okay.
Um,
Can you do arrow
Because they're
shots
slow-
with flurry of blows?
if it's a key empowered strike and I'm using a monk weapon, yes.
Huh.
If I
Okay.
use a key point to do a flurry of blows, then I can use a monk weapon instead as
Of
an
your-
attack for my
Okay.
second.
Got it. Okay, go for it.
Okay. With slow, is that like an advantage, or how does that work?
No, nothing for that.
It's just
They just get a
straight
-2 to their AC.
Mm-hmm.
attacks. Okay. That's a 14 to hit on the first one.
Hits. No, yes. 14 hits.
Oh, I'm rolling terribly. 12 to hit.
Misses.
Ooh. Okay. Let's do the leather.
You
two.
managed to catch one between segments and the other one ricochets off of a carapace. 27 hits.
27, and then
Wait, are you hitting with the staff or with a bow and
No.
arrow?
oh there.
Okay.
Oh shoot. Let me
That's
reroll
fine.
that then. The loop bow, 19 on that one.
Yeah, that hits.
Well, it would be a 26 anyway, because
Yeah.
the
Yeah, that's
staff
fine.
is
They
only
both
one
hits.
extra. Okay, and then let's do damage on that.
Bam, 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 bam,
12 on
bam.
one, 13 on the other, and then on the third one, 8 damage.
Okay.
12, 13, 8. Cool. So it'd be 20 on one and 13 on the other.
Okay. Got it.
And then I'll use my motion to get within 10 feet of them.
Okay. Soul, what are you doing? Or I guess Renan, actually. Renan, what are you doing? And then Soul.
Ouch.
Because it's 21, then 20.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use Eldritch
Eldritch
Oh,
Blast.
no, it's his turn. Oh.
with so it was a 15, an
Hits.
18, and then a natural 20 for
Okay.
so
Well,
they all hit.
Yep. They're just giant scorpions.
And so
Mostly.
that's for the 2 that I sent off to one of them was a 7 and a 4, so that would be 11 damage there. And then for the critical,
You
for the
guys.
critical was 14.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. You guys, as they reared back in shock, and then the arrows pierced their bodies, they were quickly then blasted by this blast of radiant light, sending them like reeling backwards in this awkward, like slow motion, fast movement of like gravity still moving, but their reactions kind of seem slowed, so everything is jumbled in the way that they move and fall over to the side. You see that the spot where they had been laying actually curves downwards into like a little bit of a pit, and beneath them
Oh.
are bones and bodies
1,000 baby scorpions. Come on.
Oh.
of humanoid creatures, and it
Where's
starts
Boricor when you need him?
it
I
starts
know, right?
it starts to shift and move. Something beneath the bodies shudders and moves outwards.
Oh,
no.
merde.
This
It's
is
the
gonna be the
best.
thing for my vision.
The mommy scorpion.
Mommy, scorpion pie.
It gets 10 times bigger. And
You see a humanoid head
let's see,
emerge. You see a humanoid head emerge. Blonde hair streaked down its face as it like starts to move out of the body itself. An emaciated body, like with its bones protruding from skin. And you just see like these long, sinewy arms as it continues to lift itself up. Its torso longer than it should be. And then a hand finally emerges with 3 large claws. And on one of those
I have a
claws,
question.
a skewered half-orc body, deeply wedged into its finger, almost like a ring.
Oh boy.
Is she a ring pop?
This is my strawberry reroll creature.
I have a question, Aaron.
Yeah.
So my spell can target up to 6 creatures, and it does not specify that I have to see the creatures.
Right.
Would I be able to pull this creature in my spell and my slow spell when I initially cast it?
No.
The area of effect.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just checking.
Not this time.
I have a similar point of order about the spell
Yeah.
I cast.
Yeah, I know.
Okie doke.
I rolled for them. Rolled for it on both times.
Okay.
And as this creature, like, no,
what?
for sure. As this creature lunges outward from this pile that kind of sinks into a pit wherever it had been, its secondary hand juts outwards and stabs at Galil.
Wait, I thought we were still under a surprise round.
Well,
For
yeah,
Yeah, we're very
Not
surprised. We're very
scorpions.
surprised.
for the
For the
scorpions.
scorpions.
This has happened like just in there, and this is where we're going to end for tonight. As this thing
So
reaches
Galil,
out to
wait, Galil.
Let me
Would
tell
you-
you what I was gonna do on my next
Wait,
my
time out,
turn.
wait.
Actually, hold on, stop. Because I'm gonna do fairy fire, and it's a
yeah,
20-foot cube. So I'm letting you know that now. because that's what I was going to do beforehand anyway.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Galil. So would you say that this double scorpion packs a punch? Good night. Mic
No.
drop.
No.
You don't think
be
that
here
we can
next
kill
week,
it
Aaron.
in... You don't
That's not-
think we can kill it in 30 minutes?
No, not with
I
us.
won't be here
Get
next
real.
week, Aaron. Let's play. Come on.
Oh, I guess you'll die.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Well, there's a reason that am having it grab you. They'll have to.
He's going to pour it out.
We
Be
have
like,
to save the
"Bye, bitch."
Galil.
Yeah, you have to save Galil next week.
You're gonna get screwed, Galil.
Listen,
Oh
I
my
have very
goodness.
limited
This is
resources
not
of
up in
ways
this
of getting you
castle.
out of this. This is all I could come up with. So yes, fairy fire will
You've been
go
hand
off.
selected for a select offer.
You're also
Claw selected.
buffering heavy duty.
Yeah, that was part of the other reason.
You've been claw picked.
Are you sure you have to go to Canada? I mean, go to Canada or survive.
Oh no, I
Oh,
have
it's not a
work
Canada
event
thing.
next week.
Yeah, we just have to pray for rain again.
Blame
Yeah, I'll be back in
Canada.
Texas.
Blame Canada.
Hey, I'm still going to be here.
That's true.
I know, and watching you scale up that rope was amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I knew what I was
Google Chrome
doing.
Action.
Seeing the different
Oh, boy.
hues of blue in your eyes today was quite nice as well.
I was
All right.
like, I saw pincers, but not the hunchback or the ropes yet. So
We'll see. We'll see how this.
you have art for this?
No, not
Getting somewhere,
necessarily.
guys. Getting places.
Yeah, you're doing things.
Is the half orc alive, or is he like dead?
I would say
Yeah,
probably.
yeah,
He's a
pretty
ring
bad.
pop. He's
I
dead.
know, but like,
Yeah, he's
Oh.
Was-
yeah, no.
He's
Did it
pretty
look
dead.
like he was freshly
Diamond
dead?
So before we cut, I do have a very important question.
Yes. I
Now that we
feel
saw
I'm
this
gonna regret
working,
this.
do you want to show your stinger scene?
Ha! That's funny. I do have the little scorpions, but I decided to do it like,
I too.
you know.
there's-
Yay! Wait, let me put it next to Iskra for size.
Those look like the things she put on the tops of cupcakes.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
That's cool.
I'm excited.
I do have. Well,
Well, I
yeah.
chose the right spell,
Very-
I think, still.
Yeah. No, you did. We would have got here sooner had we not had such ridiculous.
This work event gets canceled.
Yeah, right. If we didn't have such
But imagine
ridiculous
how hot it would have been
technical
to see this
difficulties.
come out in slow motion.
Yeah.
We can't be perfect all the time, okay? We have to be human.
We have to be human.
Just once would be nice.
Oh my god,
I know. We're humble.
we're humble. Yeah,
There's
sure.
only one
Yes.
human in the party, though.
All right. To end, I do have two scenes that I wanted to get through. One of them is Game of Santos related. The other one relates to our
Okay, so the 10:30 thing makes sense.
also that. Let me move.
Are you gonna roll
this.
for the next thing?
Let's have a big Galil.
Yes. The next one's getting Galil. Oh my god. All right. Recap. No,
It's just
we
him
didn't get
hanging
to
up
finish
I was,
pictures.
I was gonna say,
So-
you want to just do, you want to try it again and hope for no interruptions next time, if you want, because now you can
I
add
think
a,
the
now you
universe
can
done
add,
spoke.
now you can add a little bit of Discovery Channel nature biology to this as well.
There you
But,
go. We didn't know the giant.
As the
scorpions
giant
were here.
arachnid makes its way towards its prey,
Yeah,
equipped with deadly pincers on both sides, each capable of crushing a steel pipe with seconds.
Yes.
Crikey,
Didn't realize we were the
that looks
presence of
deadly.
David
I'm
Attenborough.
gonna put my hand in its mouth.
all right, so
Fight around
Crikey.
the world.
all right. Elsewhere in
right.
Amrutlar,
Let's do this before it crashes again.
Fume walks down a hallway. A stone cold hallway with a torch in hand. Behind her, her companions follow, torches in hand as well, and a rather nervous looking red wizard behind them. Honestly, you're probably not supposed to be down here. I can speak with Lady Luthra on your behalf. She holds up a hand. The mother has given me a vision, and I must see this through. Are we at the very bottom yet? Yes. Just down this staircase. They descend the spiral staircase downwards. The walls no longer crystal in nature. No longer glass-like. Now it is stone. They pass into a dungeon-like space of masonry and stone. And eventually, after rounding a few corners, to a large iron doorway. 2 hobgoblin guards cross in front of her. Where do you think you're going? I'm here to see what's on the other side of this door. It's just the Undercrofts. Nothing's out there. She stares at them, and fire seems to burn in her eyes, both figuratively and literally. The red wizard behind them gestures for them to move, and they stand aside. She gets to the door and pushes it open, revealing an empty chamber of a cave with 2 stone barricades, behind which 2 more hobgoblins awaken suddenly from their slumber, crossbows at their side. She nods towards the darkness of the cave beyond, looks back at her companions. Yes, he was here.